Prince Andrew was obviously in the news a couple of weeks ago. Don't know if you caught this. He previously said that he had broken up with Jeffrey Epstein, with his friend Jeffrey Epstein in November 2010 on that infamous walk in New York through Central Park. But recently it's come out in a Financial Conduct Authority investigation, an email chain from Andrew to Epstein 2 months after he had claimed to have ended that friendship. And in the email, he says to Jeffrey Epstein, keep in close touch. We'll play some more soon. That's what he says to his friend, the convicted paedophile, Jeffrey Epstein. Keep in close touch. We'll play some more soon. So there's that, which you could say blows a gaping hole in his narrative that he just flew to New York that time to tell him that they can't be friends, doesn't it? It completely blows out of the water. Then you have his close assistant who helped him with, all manner of areas of his lives for about 10 years. And that guy turned out to be a spy for the Chinese state. I don't know why it makes me laugh because, I imagine Andy, getting to New Year's Eve and being like, all right, it was a tough year again. But you know what? New year, new me, new beginnings. Who's going to click, 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 pop the champagne. Happy New Year, everyone. New beginnings, new start, like that. In the first, month of January. It's the worst fucking time for him. Again. Anyway, so now as of this week, you've got Trump's new FBI director committing to reveal, or investigating and then revealing everything that happened. All of the names of those involved. And so Andrew is reportedly fucking terrified. By all accounts, that he could get subpoenaed. He could get dragged into a courtroom in New York, be forced to answer questions. He can't fly to the United States now because of this. He doesn't know what's going to happen to him. He can't fly to New York, even if he wanted to, even if he had to fly to New York to break up with one of his other friends. He wouldn't be able to do it. And so now, stay on point, Thompson. On top of all of that, after the we'll play some more soon emails, after the Chinese spy stuff, after the possibility that he will get investigated by the FBI soon, apparently now his daughter Beatrice has basically cut him off. Guys, there's a report here in Geo News. It's not being picked up, not being published by anybody in the UK press. Make of that what you will. But they suggest that she's in this mindset where she's like, I have to think about my daughter and giving her the best shot at a good life that is untainted. And, frankly, that's not going to happen if she's associated with you fucking creepy, trafficked children fucking motherfucker. So it's just no. No, Dad. No contact with her baby. And it's hard sometimes, isn't it? It's hard because, you hear all of that litany of bad luck and repercussions and being cut off. And, you're like, oh, God, now his own daughter is cutting ties, and his brother, the king, has financially cut him off and he's trying to turf him out constantly, and he's been humiliated on the global stage. And, anyone in his position of power and influence when he was, trade envoy or whatever the fuck it was, anybody could fall victim to a spy. And you hear all of this stuff, all of these things on top of one and the other, and the daughter doesn't want anything to do with him, and he can't even see his granddaughter now. And you hear it all and you just think, actually, you know what? I'm starting to feel a little bit sorry for him, to be honest. Imagine being in your late 60s and basically not even your own family want anything to do with you. And you're the butt of everyone's jokes. And every time that anyone criticizes Harry and Meghan, they could just clap back and go well, at least they're not fucking kids on the Lolita Express, hey? And you put yourself in his position, or you imagine how he's feeling, and it kind of gets you, in your lesser moments, when the empathy is running, as indeed it should, kind of gets you a bit sympathetic, I think, sometimes. So, I don't know, man. I mean, I thought, and look, hear me out. Just indulge me for a moment, if you will. I thought that something that we could do on this show, in true disappointments fashion, I thought it might be fun to just look back at some of the reasons we absolutely should not feel sympathy for him. Just to remind ourselves. Let's just remind ourselves of some of Andy's greatest hits. In 2010, guys, Andrew was staying with his friend Jeffrey Epstein. And he was overheard complaining how Prince Albert of Monaco does a bit of work in the day and then goes out in the evening and does whatever he wants. But he can't. He was moaning about how he would get in trouble if he went out and did exactly what he... Oh, dear, Andy. My heart fucking bleeds. And that was in, 2010 that he was overheard complaining about that. And that was 2 years after Epstein had already been arrested and charged with soliciting sex from a child in Florida. So Andrew was presumably, apparently, allegedly complaining that he couldn't get away with continuing to go out and have fun at nighttime with friends like his convicted paedophile one. And maybe it's not for us to question the nighttime proclivities of our betters. He denied he had ever met Virginia Giuffre. His lawyers said that she was just after money. They tried to hide behind an earlier settlement between she and Epstein. They attacked her credibility, her memory, before finally paying her a rumoured $16 million that originated from our taxes. He said he couldn't have slept with a trafficked child on the night in question because he was actually taking Beatrice to a birthday party at Woking Pizza Express, a birthday party that Beatrice subsequently said she had absolutely no recollection of. So you see, now I've reminded you of all of this stuff. Now you don't feel so bad, do you? You don't feel that sympathy. So, now we don't feel so bad about Andy and his lot.